welcome back.
NicknLex here.
Hey everyone.
How's it going, guys? So tonight we're gonna give you a reaction to Led Zeppelin.
Yes.
Exactly. And as you guys know, so this is gonna be for a Patreon platform. Thank you so much for the support from you guys. We've really gotten a lot of support lately, a lot of new members. So we love creating new content. And as you know, Led Zeppelin are, famous or infamous for blocking their songs on YouTube.
We have 2 on YouTube that kind of get blocked on and off.
We have the Rain song and Achilles' Last Stand. And yes, they sometimes get blocked and then they get unblocked, and it's like the
so we figured now that we have this platform,
we're just gonna give you something that won't be blocked. And tell them a little bit about why we're doing this song.
Yes, the reason we're doing this is because we did a request by one of our subscribers to do Fotheringay, who the main singer is Sandy Denny, and we didn't know anything about her. We didn't know, and through you guys we found out that she is the second voice in this song, which is a revelation because
I always thought, who is this girl?
I know, and she was always just there, but never enough for me to look it up. It was just like I didn't. Kind of part of me didn't even want to know. It was like the little Led Zeppelin angel or fairy, So, because this is, to those of you who don't know, this is my favorite album by Led Zeppelin. I know very little of them, but this one and the first one are what I like the best. And I'm super excited to do this song now with, on the channel with a different perspective, because I've been listening to this for so long, and now with this in mind that I know who this is, and
Yeah, it's one of those cases, Alexia with Led Zeppelin, she knows this album
by heart,
right? But you never, I played her some stuff from Coda or Presence, and she's like, I've never heard that before. So she didn't have all the albums. I was fortunate enough I did buy all the albums when I was younger, and I just know everything Led Zeppelin has ever done. But I don't really remember the song so well. Of course, I've heard it hundreds of times, but just right now I know it's very acoustic and very mystique and very cool. But so it's a lot of fun to show Alexia, even though when we got together, it's because we both like Led Zeppelin or Pink Floyd, right there, Dark Side of the Moon. And so this was just one of those bands we had we talked about. So, but this is cool to do right now together and really pay attention. And this is Sandy Denny from the band that we just did on our channel.
It just feels so right, because we've never sat down like this to listen to Zeppelin. We've always just talked about them and admired them. And this is really cool. I mean, I'm gonna be tempted to do the whole album, but oh well.
Yeah. And we have another cool thing that happened when I think 6 years ago, we were living in Guadalajara. This is when we first literally moved out of our comfort zone. No
our
parents,
town.
no friends, nothing. We just moved into a different town, Alexia and I. And so one of those days I was learning Stairway to Heaven, the solo for the first time. I wanted to learn it note for note, and she was like, wow, I never heard that on the album, those notes. And it's so cool when you learn something and you can really appreciate it, because it was slowed down, and
I was playing it way
slower
per note. I was like, oh my god, it goes that way before it goes over there. Little tiny things that
and it's just so easy to miss those notes, because I think Robert Plant is already singing when Jimmy Page plays that passage, and so you kind of miss it from the solo. But now when she hears the solo, she's like, that's the ba da 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 da. I don't know, I don't remember, but that's another thing I should maybe learn that solo again and put it on a Patreon. But let's start.
All right, let's get started. Thank you, like Nick said, for being here. We love having this place to share some extra stuff with you guys, and we truly appreciate you being here. So let's get started.
Thank you. Ooh, I remember. The tuning on this is very cool. I don't even remember it being so long. This intro.
The queen of light took her bow, and then she turned to go. The prince of peace embraced the gloom and walked the night alone. Dancing in the dark and night, seem to him more. The dark Lord rides in force tonight, and time will tell us all. Throw down your blindfold, rest not to lock your home. Side by side, we wait the might of the darkest all I hear voices thunder down in the valley below. I'm waiting for the angels of Babylon, waiting for the eastern glow. The apples of the valley, oh, the seas of happiness. Ground is rich from tender care, repay, do not forget. No, no, dancing in the dark night, sing to the morning light. Apples turn to brown and black, the tyrant's face is red. War is the common cry, pick up your swords and the sky is filled with good and bad, mortals never know. Oh well, the night is long, the beats of time pass slow. Tired-eyed on the sunrise, waiting for the eastern glow. The pain of war cannot exceed the woe of aftermath. The drums will shake, the castle wall, the ring razor iron black. Ride on, raise your right on, shoot straight to them before. No comfort here, the fire at night, the lights the face so cold. Dancing in the dark of night, sing till the morning and light. And waiting gold to bring the balance back, bring it back.
I'm sorry, but wow.
What is happening?
This is the first time I listen, like I pay attention. I would sometimes even skip this song. I don't know. I always thought it was like Robert Plant doing both, and then I didn't even know who that was, but the one that you did right now,
Yeah.
the morning light
Yeah.
passage, ooh,
Yeah.
that just hit me like a hammer right
because she left it going a little bit longer, like on the note, but not like too long.
Yeah.
It was really nice.
now. Wow, what a great song, because it's basically just like, it's not even guitar. This is like, I don't
Like
know.
a mandolin.
Yeah, what they're playing, and it's so beautiful.
And no
no
drums.
bass, no drums. It's
Nothing.
just like, it's
And I've always
hypnotizing.
loved this song because it's very, like, for me, like, very, like, flower power.
Yeah,
like,
yes.
I'm barefoot and I'm, like, just
And
in the trees.
and when
you
I was
know?
looking at the year 1971, I play a mental game now when we listen to music, because most of the music that we listen to is 70s, you know, 73, 75, 77, you know, Steely Dan and other rock bands, and it's like 72, Yes, you know, when they did Close to the Edge. And I can't believe that all this music was coming out at so close to
I
each
know.
other.
Well,
I would have gone mad.
I know.
Like,
Well,
if I would have lived in that era.
One of our subscribers and friends, Jim Dolan, he sent us like a picture with like a poster of a venue with all the options and like all the weekends, like Saturday, Sunday, And then the next weekend, and both shows that we're playing were like, how do you even choose? Like, how would you ever spend your money anywhere else?
But I guess at the time you didn't really know how big these bands were gonna be.
Yeah, but
like the legacy.
they were still good, you know?
Yeah, sure. But I mean, it's so crazy. Like,
because
how
they
can
got
you
to
decide?
grow with them.
Yeah,
like they got to say, oh, they came to my high school. Like,
I know.
What?
So
For
crazy.
us, that's crazy. But
and now looking at her, you know, Sandy Denny.
I know,
it's
we
so
have her
crazy. We have
picture
it pulled
here.
up so we can have a visual cue as well. It's heartwarming, and
Yeah.
I'm sad that she didn't do more with
Yeah.
Led Zeppelin. Maybe they didn't know, you know.
Yeah, and she passed away very young. She was 31 years old when she
Wow.
passed. So that's also very sad
That's
because
crazy.
she died 7 years after this. So
Wow.
crazy. All right, let's
That's
keep
crazy.
going.
She died before I was even born.
I know.
And this
Crazy.
music was recorded before we were even born.
Yep.
Like 20 years before you were even born.
Mhm.
Oh my Lord. Well, that's the beauty of, you know,
I already rewound it.
that's the beauty of, you know, putting music on a vinyl or on a disc or a cassette.
Yeah,
So you can forever, you know, it never gets lost. And they're
Exactly.
always going to be that young.
exactly. Yep.
That's so cool. Okay.
All right, let's keep going. Here we go.
Wonderful.
To bring the balance back, bring it back. At last the sun is shining, the clouds are blue or
Those
white.
harmonies.
With flames from the dragon of darkness, the sunlight blinds his eyes.
So there it was Robert Plant, Deep, and then Robert Plant, High,
Oh.
and
He
then
did that.
Sandy.
Yeah, but I loved how they did that.
Yeah.
Like the harmonies together, and then he went down.
Yes,
I love that.
that was
part.
so
That was,
cool.
oof,
Wow,
my God.
very cool. Okay, let's keep
Thank
going.
you.
Bring it back, 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 bring it back. Oh now, oh now, oh now, oh now, oh now, oh now, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. Oh now, oh now, oh now, oh now, oh now, bring it, 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 bring it.
Amazing. Wow. Okay. That's insane. So you go first.
So yeah, this song, it's so good because it's so simple, but so much to offer.
Wow.
Like what they're giving you in full, you know, like,
I mean, yeah. What was going on in that studio? I mean, that night,
Yeah.
because or that
Yes.
morning, because this is gold. I mean, I
Mhm.
sometimes, you know, I have to admit, I have sometimes criticized Led Zeppelin a lot because of all these new bands that we're listening to, you know. And I'm like, well, no, that maybe I just know them so well, and then listen to this new stuff and I'm like, nah, they're not as good, but they are. I mean,
Yeah.
they are where they are, and they stayed where they are because they only released like albums from 68 to 78 or 80 or something, and then they stopped. So they haven't really been playing for like 40 years.
Yeah.
But they still such legendary that everybody is like knows them in the world. You know, it's crazy. You know, and then like Stairway to Heaven is of course like one of the most played songs ever.
Yeah. And it's like this is the opener basically. It's a Stairway to Heaven, which is very cool because this album, like, wow, I've heard it so many times, and I was like very young when I was listening to it, and it's just very cool because I still listen to it now and it still sounds just as good as the first time. And that's what all of you guys say about the music that we're listening to, because I was probably like 15 when I was listening to this, and you guys were 15 when you were listening to Yes, and you know, 40 years later you're like, it's still that good. So that's what you were saying, that they made limited like content, but what they made was great, like to stay, you know?
I know. Yeah, this album is just a masterpiece. But this whole song was just so well put together. Yeah. The editing of the song was just like crazy. I loved it.
All of the harmonies, how the guitars would work together, like the strumming and the finger picking.
Yeah. The harmonies were just like
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah.
And Sandy's voice, like now knowing who it is, added that extra special touch to the song. And like, wow, what a great choice that they went with, you know?
Yes. Yeah, and sadly just one, but I mean, you know, sometimes you don't really know what's gonna happen, and maybe they were gonna do it to something. It's like that song with and you know.
Oh yeah. Dark Side
of the Moon, where she just like does one track and that's it, but that's like so valued, you know.
The Great Gig in the
And
Sky.
thank you guys so much for letting us know that Sandy Denny is on this track, because it could have been anyone, you know.
It could have, yeah.
But it was her, and we love to do this reaction.
Yes.
Thank you guys. Thank you for watching us.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your time with us, your thoughts, your likes, everything that you do for us. Thank you very much, and we hope to see you in the next video.
Yes, thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.